Welcome back to the Big D Podcast. This is episode number 82, The Truth About Reinventing Yourself.
Yo, Big D in the house, baby. Relentless execution, you already know. This is for the dream chasers, the grinders, the doers. Let's get it. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now they all know the name. Big D.
So most people never reinvent themselves. What they do is they continue to repeat themselves. Welcome back to the Big D Podcast. My name is Dan Sachkowsky. We talk about three things on this podcast: wealth, freedom, and relentless execution. Before we go any further, do me a favor, like this episode, drop a comment, subscribe. 70% of you who watch the Big D Podcast aren't following, aren't subscribed, and have not even shared it. So just do us a favor and do that. It helps the movement create, other people who need the message and understand that what we're doing here at the Big D Podcast is powerful, but other people won't learn about it unless you go out there and share it. So follow us across all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram. We truly appreciate it. Because we're building something bigger than content here, it matters that other people see it. But now let's talk about reinvention. Because at some point in life, you either evolve or you slowly become trapped inside an outdated version of yourself. So we're going to dig into that. And as we dig into that, we're going to understand that most people think reinvention is external, like working out, all this different stuff, right? The way they look, shaving, whatever it is, like taking care of the exterior of your body. A new house as well, a new business, a relationship, a new body, whatever it is. Everyone thinks it's external. But reinvention is actually internal. It's identity. And you don't transform your life until you transform your standards, until you transform your emotional patterns, until you transform your habits, until you transform your thinking, and until you transform your self-image. That's the real work. Most people stay stuck because their identity stays stuck. Same excuses, same emotional reactions, same habits, same self-talk, and they wonder why life never changes. Your life changes when your identity changes. So before we continue, I just want to give a shout out to the sponsors. GetWabam.com. Go check them out. GetWabam.com. Wabam is a company that has tons of products, detailed products. They're one of our sponsors here. Right here we have Whiplash, which is the next gen detailer, and then we have the interior cleaner Vivid. They've got tons of products. We use every single one of them. I'm someone who loves my stuff clean. I love their stuff. I haven't seen anything on the market be able to do what they're doing. Wabam is literally taking charge of the market. Go check them out. GetWabam.com. Use code BIGD10 and get yourself a discount. Also, Proud Father. I'm wearing their shirt right here. Proud Father Apparel. When you look at Proud Father Apparel, like what they're doing in their mission for dads who are out there putting in the work. But they're not only putting in the work, they're showing up. They're not just showing home and walking in their door and giving their kids what they have left. Like they're actually present with their kids. They're going to work and being the man they need to be to support their kids, but at the same time, when they show up at home, they're there. They're alive with them. They're doing things with them. They're actively building the lives of their children and participating. Most men don't do that, believe it or not. They go to work, do this, do that, and their kids gets what's left of them. And a lot of times, it's nothing. It's their aggravation. It's their stress. And Proud Father Apparel, their mission is super, super incredible. So I'd encourage you to go check them out. ProudFatherApparel.com. Use code BIGD15 for a discount. Also, Ability Tree, that's our foundation of choice. They help families impacted by disability. Super, super proud to be partnered up with these guys. Go check them out, abilitytree.org. If you want some merch, shop abilitytree.org. Anything helps. Anything helps the mission, whether it's $1, whether it's $1 a day, whatever it is, whether it's a one-time donation, whether it's buying some merch, whatever it is. Everything helps their mission, helping these families who are impacted by disability, and we're honored to be partnered up with them. Guys, we also have mastermind events coming up. We just wrapped up last month a mastermind in New Jersey. It was an incredible event, sold out event, and We've got events coming up in Irvine, California, Detroit, Philadelphia, Austin, and Fort Lauderdale. Go check out bigdmastermind.com. You'll see when the future events are and get to the one in a city near you. I'm telling you, these events are super, super impactful. It's called the 7-Figure Blueprint Syndicate, and we go out there and shed on people how to go out there and build a business that actually works and operates without them doing everything. And if you're looking for coaching, I get so many messages after these podcasts launch. Hey, love your advice, love what you're doing. I'm looking for help. Just go check out bigdcoaching.com. And what I encourage you to do, scroll to the bottom of the page, check out the testimonials, see how other people have been able to be impacted by what we bring to the table and how we help them. And you can click a link there and you can either book a call or send an email, and we'll get in touch with you and see how we can help you. So just understand that transforming your life is super important. And I'm talking about public pressure, false narratives, judgment, social media assumptions, business stress, legal pressure, people talking about situations they don't know about. All this stuff comes on the outside, but most people don't know how to deal with it. One thing I've learned is that people will create stories about your life, but they've never sat in your seat. Like, people want to do what you're doing, but literally they can't even walk a mile in your shoes. But they're just going to judge you based on where you are or what they see, but not who you really are. That's a powerful thing to understand. It's emotional maturity. You can't let it bother you. The old version of you would react emotionally to that. You'd get bothered by that. Like, people have bad press on me. It's all good. I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me. You could talk bad about me all you want, but unless you know the factual truth, it's irrelevant. It's just like watching the news. The news is all bullshit. It's just what they want you to hear so that you can react to something. Things get said about me, things get posted about me. It's all good. I don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't know me personally, and if you know I did something or didn't do something based on who I am, based on how you met me, you have no right to judge me anyway. So understand something, that as you evolve, versions of you will respond strategically. So, for instance, someone says something bad about me. People are like, oh man, like, that doesn't bother you. I'm like, no, it doesn't bother me. The old version of me, it bothered me. I would react. I would, jump in, but then I would look guilty because I would be emotionally attached to something. For me, I'm just about evolving. How do I become a better version of me without falling into a weak standard? Because every time you grow, the devil wants to attack. Understand that. Super important to understand. There's a huge difference. Hey guys, quick interruption to the show. We have Joe and Micah here from Ability Tree. Joe, why don't you share with us what you do with Ability Tree?
Hey, yeah, thank you, Dan. So we come alongside families impacted by disability by providing rest, recreation, education, support, and training, basically bringing families impacted by disability out of isolation into community.
Awesome. Hey guys, after this video, you're going to see a link in the caption. Make sure you check out Ability Tree and check out his mission here with Micah. Awesome. You're not stuck because of leads. There's something in your business right now that you're not seeing, and it's costing you every single week. Most business owners never figure this out. That's exactly why we break that down at the 7-Figure Blueprint Live Intensive. And if you want to see what's actually holding you back, click the link below and lock your seat in.
Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game from the ground up. Now they all know the name, Big D, Big D.
Reactive people argue publicly, defend constantly, burn energy emotionally. Strategic people stay composed, protect their energy, think long term, and focus on execution only. That right there, my friends, that's evolution. If life forced you into a season that you didn't ask for, which it often does, maybe it's trying to evolve you. And your reaction and your growth through this process are super important. Now let's talk about reinvention requires ego death, meaning you've got to kill your ego. Regardless of what's going on, you have to let go of it. You have to let go of who you used to be, how people saw you, what used to validate you, and the need to constantly prove yourself. For me, I don't prove myself to anyone. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks or what anyone says. It fucking doesn't matter to me. Because you know what? As uncomfortable it is that people say things, I know that I'm growing and they're not. They're focused on me as I'm focused on me. That's somewhere you don't want to be. Why are we focusing on other people and what other people are doing versus focusing on changing ourselves? We hear it all the time. You can't throw stones at a glass house. Every single one of us lives in an imperfect place in our world, and none of us are perfect. So we don't have the right to talk or think about anyone else. The only person that we should be changing and improving is ourselves. But it's necessary that we need to know that a lot of people don't need motivation. They need identity reconstruction, because your life follows identity. Because if you still identify as a victim in a situation, an emotional reactor, inconsistent version of yourself, that shows up in a certain way, an insecure version of yourself because you don't believe in yourself enough, the results will repeat day in and day out. Identity drives behavior. Behavior drives results. So you need to start building the 2.0 version of yourself. Whatever your old self was, it needs to die. You need to be more intentional when you show up, more emotionally intelligent, more strategic, more self-aware of what's going on in your world, more disciplined about how you react to things and what you're doing, and more controlled in what's going on in your life. Understand that you're still going to be relentless, but you're going to be wiser. You're still going to be aggressive towards your goals, but you're going to be calmer internally. That's called maturity. That's evolution, and that's also reinvention. We are allowed to reinvent ourselves, but oftentimes most people don't want to because it's painful. It takes the old version of us that we became and we're comfortably living in every day, and we've got to remove that. We got to push it away. Us being allowed to evolve is just a character of becoming the best version of who we are day in and day out, and showing up 1% better every single day. You're allowed to be someone who's completely different than who you used to be. No one says you have to stay the same, but most people will identify you as the same even when you change. But that's growth. Understand that no matter where you are in life right now, you're not stuck. You're simply operating from an outdated identity. So just know that. People who don't evolve and people who are stuck are operating from an outdated identity. All I can tell you is this. If you want to change, everything needs to change. Your ego needs to go in your back pocket. The person you were, the things that you've done, all need to change. That's the only way that growth happens. So it's just like anything else. Like if you're eating X, Y, and Z food and your diet is not making your body look the way it needs to look, you need to change the way that you eat. If you're working out and your muscles aren't growing and your muscles aren't developing because you're doing the same exercises every single day, you need to change that. So everything that we do in our life, our brain's a muscle, everything's a muscle, and everything needs resistance. So for anything to grow in our life, it needs resistance. And once that resistance hits, the impact comes and then the change happens. So if you like this episode, hit subscribe, share it, drop a comment. We really appreciate it, because someone else out there needs to evolve that you know, and someone needs to become a stronger version of themselves than you know, but they won't know about this until you share this episode with them. So if you want to be around high-level entrepreneurs, I encourage you to check out bigdmastermind.com. We've got 5 events coming up: Irvine, Philly, Detroit, Austin, and Fort Lauderdale. Make sure you get plugged in. Also, anyone who's interested in coaching, bigdcoaching.com. Like I said, I encourage you to drop to the bottom, check out the testimonials, see the change that has occurred. Don't just take my word for it. And also, we want to give a shout back to the sponsors. Wabam, getwabam.com. Check them out. Use code BIGD10. Proudfatherapparel.com. Check them out. Use code BIGD15. And Ability Tree, guys, if you can go to abilitytree.org, just give them anything, any kind of donation, help support the mission. We would truly appreciate it here at the Big D Podcast. And this is the Big D Podcast. We talk about 3 things: wealth, freedom, and relentless execution. And we'll see you next time.
Yo, Big D in the house, baby. Relentless execution, you already know. This is for the dream chasers, the grinders, the doers. Let's get it. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now they all know the name. Big D. Started from the bottom, had a vision. vision so clear. Building empires from the sweat and the tears. Serial entrepreneur, that's the brand I wear. In the game for the long haul, I'm always prepared. From the business to the podcast, always making moves. Every step calculated, never losing the groove. Study the greats, now making my own rules. Success in my blood, ain't no way I'll lose. I got systems, got strategies, laid out the plan. Built a dynamic lifestyle, that's the Big D brand. Raised a family on vision, now I take a stand. Roadmap to success, it's in the palm of my hand. We're relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now